now we have to close the gap. The old-fashioned way is just to simply take this right here, fold it back, and put this inside here. Yeah, that's okay, that works. But it creates a knob right there. I like to make this closing look exactly like all the other seams, so you can't even tell where it is. And you know, they have all kinds of gimmicks out to do this, but it isn't really that hard. Just think about it for a minute. You want this to meet this right there, okay? And what you want to do is give it a little tug, because in fooling around with all of this bias, you're going to stretch it out a little bit, so you need to allow for that. Okay, that looks good. I'm going to put a pin here, right at that fold, and right at this fold, right here. Okay, can you see that? I'm going to throw this out of the way. I'm going to open this up, and this is why I left so much. It gives you room to open this up and look at the whole thing. I want to cut it right here. I want to sew it right there. So I'm going to take this ruler that has a diagonal line on it, and most of them do. And I'm going to line up that diagonal line with the edge of that binding. I'm going to mark the seam line. And you want to use something that doesn't leak through, because this is a seam. Now, to make sure I have it going the same way, I'm going to lay this one out like this. And I'm going to, again, line this up. Oh, good heavens here. All right. Put this right here and put a diagonal mark there. Now, just going to fold that on that line. I'm going to fold this on this line right here. You know, more or less. And look at that. They fit exactly like they're supposed to. Isn't that cool? I'm just going to take these now, and let me give myself a little more room. So we're going to get rid of this. There we are. Cool, huh? I'm going to put this in here, and then make sure it comes out on this line here. It does. Okay, we're good to go there. This should come out right. Okay, almost. Just move it over just a little bit there. We're right on the line. Hot darn. Okay, that looks good. I'm going to take that to the machine and sew it. Okay, we're back. We sewed it. Look at that. Now, at this point, you're going to cut that off to about 1/4 of an inch. But whoa, wait a minute. Before you do that, let's make sure it's right. And, okay, I've finger pressed it open. And it is. Ooh, and it fits too. Okay, now we can cut it off. And I don't use my rotary cutter for any of this. It's too easy to cut into other things. Just snip it off. Doesn't have to be straight. Finger press it. That's fine. Ah, look at that. Somebody could look over that binding and they'd never know that one from the others. So, hang in. I'm going to go sew it. Then we'll be all done. And look at that. Is that not beautiful? Looks just like the others. Now we're ready to turn it to the back, and tune in for the next segment. We're going to do that next, and then we're finished. finished.